Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's update on the Alberta wildfires. We'll begin with an update from Bree Hutchinson of the Alberta Emergency Management Agency and Melissa Story from Alberta Wildfire. Then we'll take your questions. Bree, go ahead.
Thank you and good afternoon. I'm pleased to report that more Albertans have been able to safely return home as re-entry continues in a number of areas across the province. Yesterday, the evacuation order for all remaining areas of the MD of Greenview was cancelled. This means the province is down to 7 active alerts and 4 evacuation orders. While this is encouraging, there continues to be elevated fire activity with shifting winds and warmer temperatures. With dry conditions persisting, there is still a chance that fire activity could increase as the week progresses. So it's important that Albertans remain vigilant, as wildfires can start easily and spread quickly in these conditions. Alberta continues to be under a provincial state of emergency, and the Provincial Emergency Coordination Centre remains at a level 4. Currently, there are 16 states of local emergency, 3 ban cancel resolutions, and 5,257 people are evacuated. In addition, 5 reception centres are open for affected areas. We encourage all residents from areas that have been affected by wildfires to stay informed as the situation continues to evolve. Make sure to visit alberta.ca/emergency to get the current evacuation status of specific areas. Those who are in an area where an evacuation order has been lifted should continue to pay attention to updates and re-entry instructions. Any evacuee with questions can call the 24-hour information line at 310-4455. I know this wildfire season has been trying for Albertans. It has been especially tumultuous for residents who have been placed on alert and evacuated from their homes. And while there is optimism and excitement for those who are starting to return to their communities, we recognize this step is another transition. We appreciate your understanding and cooperation as the situation has continued to evolve. You have shown unwavering resilience and strength in the face of adversity. That said, we recognize the wildfires have created uncertainty, which may have an impact on many people's mental health. If you or someone you know needs support, it's available by calling 211 or visiting alberta.ca/emergency to find financial supports, mental health resources, key contact details, and other options for assistance. While firefighters and emergency personnel have continued to make great strides in battling the fires, we cannot let down our guard. Now is not the time for complacency. Please continue to do your part and help prevent the spread of wildfires and further damage from occurring. Our actions over the coming days and weeks will help ensure that all Albertans can return home safely and stay home for good. Finally, I want to highlight that there will not be a media availability tomorrow. We will be issuing a media situation report at the end of the day and will hold media availabilities when there are significant updates to share. Thank you. I will now invite Melissa to give an update from Alberta Wildfire.
Thank you, Bree. There are currently 57 wildfires in the forest protection area. 17 of those are out of control. So far this year, we've responded to 532 wildfires, burning more than 1,063,000 hectares. This is almost twice the size of Prince Edward Island. Firefighters expected to see increased wildfire behavior over the weekend, and we did. There were 7 new wildfire starts since my update yesterday. These wildfires were largely due to lightning activity in the northern parts of the province over the last 24 hours. This serves as a good reminder that we are still in wildfire season and with many months ahead of us. Anytime we see periods of hot and dry conditions, the fire danger increases. We encourage Albertans to remain vigilant over the coming days to ensure there are no inadvertent wildfire starts. I want to thank Albertans for helping prevent wildfires by listening and complying with the current fire bans and restrictions in place. We all have a role to play in preventing wildfires, and this allows our firefighters to focus on the current wildfire situation. Higher humidity continues to help firefighters on the ground, but we are expecting windier conditions in the northern parts of the province into tomorrow. Firefighters continue to make good progress on current wildfires, reinforcing containment lines to prepare for what the winds may bring. Many of these large-scale wildfires will take months to get under control. We currently have close to 2,700 wildfire personnel, helicopters, heavy equipment, and air tankers responding to these wildfires over this weekend. In closing, The latest wildfire information can be found on our interactive map or on the Wildfire Status app. We all have a role to play in preventing wildfires.
Okay, thank you both. We'll begin with questions in the room and then go to the phones. Remember, if you're on the phones, please remember to press *1 to get into the queue. We have no questions in the room, so operator, are there any questions on the phones?
Thank you. One moment, please. Ken, if there are any questions on the phone, please press *1. There are no questions on the phone at this time.
All right, that's all for today. Please note, a media situation report will be distributed later in the day. Thank you.